Alrighty guys, today we're going to go over how you bring in multiple parts to MyPlasm software. So I have open here, this is actually a bunch of components for our PC stations on the Elihu series machines. I have that folder open. If I click on this folder, and we'll minimize this, so the way that I got here, let's do that. I went up here to open import file. It opens this window. You can maximize this to make it a little easier to view, and that's what got me here. So now I have this folder that I have open. This is our PC station 16 gauge material. So this is everything that requires 16 gauge material. I'm just going to go ahead and click open. And then what I can do is I can click on here and it gives us previews. So like you'll see, here's the PC back electronics cover. Here's the rear. Here's the front. The can. There's a bunch of parts in here. So what we're going to do is we will bring in a few of those. So I'm going to go here. Say I want to cut, alright, there's one. So I'm going to go ahead and just click this arrow key over. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I clicked on the arrow, it sends it over. Notice that I always look up here to confirm my scaling, MyPlasm. Sometimes you do have to go in to this setting here, and you have to go ahead and change and modify this default. So right now our scaling is correct. If you select the figure, you'll see that it's in 7.5 inches by 5, so that's correct for this part. To bring in a second part is why we're doing this video, is going to be, you just select it in the menu tree here, and then you just click on this arrow and add. And once you do that, it'll bring that next part in. We can click, let me see this one, I'll add that one. That's a big one. I'll add this one. I'll keep them relatively small. So now you'll notice I have 4 parts in here. You could keep adding them if you wanted to. You can click and move them by just clicking and dragging. When you select these parts, you'll notice too that you'll have your lead-ins here. So you have your lead-in profiles. It does give you a call out for those lead-ins. All of these ones are intentional. Those are pierce points that we will drill those holes later. Right here you have this is an electronics tray. This holds a torque height control module. This holds a power supply. So you have a bunch of these components here. You'll notice that we have some lead-ins. So right here on these smaller hole profiles, that they are correct. They're going to pierce and cut this hole, but they're piercing it right on the profile. If you want this hole to cut and pierce in the center of the hole and wrap into the profile, all you have to do is just decrease this lead in, lead out parameter. So if I just click this back 1, or I click it back 2, you'll see that now after I reduce that a little bit to about 150 thousandths, now I have a line and it wraps into my profile. So that would be where I'd want to be for parts like this. I'd want to be able to pierce close to the center of the hole and kind of cut out to the inside, and it looks like it gave me a nice lead-in on all of these. You would still have to modify, say this 26. I can just click down here and right-click. It'll automatically move it anywhere on the part if I right-click. So I'll click there, and be sure if you are doing forming, make sure that you don't put these on a formed area because that will affect your backstop parameters. So you don't want to hit that little lead-in spot if it's, or you don't want it to teeter-totter on it if you're hitting a flat backstop finger. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video, is how to do that, how to bring in multiple parts. We covered a little bit more, how to tweak those lead-ins. But check in, there's going to also be lead-in video, so look for that one. If you have any questions at all, and as always, any requests for videos, reach out to us at Squickmon's, or support@squickmons.com. Make video requests there if you have a specific thing you're trying to do and you want to know how we might approach that issue. Feel free to drop that in there, and we can make a video catered specifically to you. We'll post it up on the main Google Drive folder, and you'll be able to see that, and we'll answer directly your questions. So feel free to drop those in, and if you have any questions, you can always call us. Our tech support is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Otherwise, these videos are available to you on Google Drive. And if you know anybody that does have a machine and they're not using the Google Drive or didn't know that this existed, please share that with them. Anyone that's running an Elihu table, we want to make sure that this content is available to them. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we look forward to showing you some more in the next video.